Hello everyone, welcome back to another evening or another day of gardening in the Delta. Before we begin, I want to remind everybody to hit that like and subscribe by the end of the video, I hope. Please subscribe, we're trying to get this channel to grow. And there'll be links down below to the other channels. There's Cooking with Mary Sue, my weekend recipes. There's Susie Q Knickknacks. And Brother Claude has his channel, Brother Claude Reflects. A link to my eBay store. And I'll probably mention where you can find my new book I published a few months ago. It's on eBay, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and iTunes. It's called Miss Kitty, I almost forgot. Awesome Adventures Miss Kitty and Her Woodland Friends. Today I got these two pots here, these identical twin pots. They are lovely, I think. They can be hung up. One came with a chain, one didn't. So I decided anyway, I'm not going to hang on, I'm just going to lay them out somewhere on the deck. I want them to match. They look like they're stone, but they're not. They're heavy, heavy resin. They are frost-proof, which is good. When you get pots that you're going to be out all winter, you need to find some that say frost-proof. That way they won't crack when it gets cold in the wintertime. Each one, I'm going to make these identical. I'm going to put a cordyline and a pretty begonia. I just think those two colors look nice together. These cordylines can get pretty big. They can get 6 feet tall, 3 feet wide. If this looks like it needs to be in a bigger pot later, I'll transplant it later on, maybe. I want to see how it does it here for a while. These are both annuals, so they probably won't last through the winter anyway. If we live down further where it's a lot warmer all year, like Florida or the coastline, they would be perennials, but up here they're not. I need to add some more dirt to this. Here's my little scoop. I saved these old little pots to use as a scoop in here. I'll fill these about halfway up with dirt, not quite half. And it's been pretty hot today. Claude's been outside all day. What you been doing, hon? Spraying for insects and weeds and...
Poison ivy.
Yep.
Which I guess would qualify as a weed.
Yeah, sure it would. We did a little video this morning, but it kind of got messed up. Technical difficulties. I'm going to have to reshoot it in the morning. So you can see that one tomorrow. We discovered a little bit of white fungus on some of these plants, and he's been going all around spraying this fungicide on all of them. Because it's airborne, and if you see it on one plant, it can get on all your plants. So he's going to kill it out now while he can before it gets out of control. And he's got some poison ivy under the magnolia he's going to get rid of. He kind of keeps up on that all summer, trying to kill the poison ivy when he sees it before it gets out of hand. And it can get out of hand fast, just like English ivy and some other vines you don't like. Asian jasmine, that's a hard one to get rid of. You got a couple more, what's that other, creeping?
Virginia creeper.
Virginia creeper, yeah, Virginia creeper. That's another hard one to get rid of. And we seem to have an abundance of all those around here. It's taken them about the last 3 years to get rid of that, most of that, and Asian jasmine. I got quite a few more. I still haven't finished putting all my hostas on the deck. I'll get back to that just a little bit, but these pots are going on the deck probably. I love that cordyline. We had a couple last year out in front of the garden in the flower bed, but they didn't make it through the winter because they're not perennial. They died out. But they are a beautiful plant. Gives you a lot of variation in color. You put this against the lighter green colors and it just stands out so nice. I love the way it stands up nice and tall. Kind of like a fan, sort of a fan effect. And it loves full sun, part shade. Full sun, partial sun, that's good. Because that deck is part sun. It gets a little bit of sun, but not much. How much more dirt I need on this. This might be enough to start with. See how, look at the root on that. The root system is very tight on that. It's really becoming root bound. I've had these for a few weeks and haven't had time to really plant them yet, so they're ready to be replanted. I kind of loosen it up a little bit. That helps it spread out some if you loosen the roots some. I'm going to get one of my begonias in there now and kind of play around and see where I want to sit them. Kind of situate them. This one should pull out, yeah. It's packed a little tight too, but it's got softer dirt around it than the Cordyline did. I like mixing my colors together and my textures together. Put a lot of dirt around that. Hope everybody that sees this will share this video with other people and share it and hit that like and subscribe. We got a long way to go to make this channel and my other one, Cooking with MARYSUE, a success, but we're pushing at it. We're struggling on, just keeping on at it. I think that can be a little bit tighter in there. Ooh, got lots of dirt on my table here. I can clean that off later. We'll make sure the whole root ball, the root system, is buried in the dirt very well. And it doesn't hurt to go back and check it in a week or so, because sometimes the dirt will sink down and have to add more dirt to it in a week or so. Now that's begonia and cordyline. Now with my Miracle-Gro, I got a little bit of my blue water here. The Miracle-Gro mixed with water. It's a quick start. Good for transplanting and starting new plants. Going to give a little bit of that. And then some plain water. Well, I get some later. Don't have any out here with me. I'll get that a little bit. And we'll show you what's going on at the deck in a little bit. The big one I planted yesterday, that big polka dot plant. So I took it down to the deck today in the wheelbarrow. We got to figure out where we want to set it. Here's the other cordyline. Got easy that pulls out. Got a pretty good root system too. I like when that dirt looks nice and rich and black. It looks really healthy like that. Like a little indent, push it in there. Whoop. Now for the begonia. I love begonias. I wish they were perennial. They are so beautiful. And they come in so many different colors too. Loosen that up a little bit. Okay. Now I just put a lot of dirt around these. Hope I'll come across another bug in my bag. I hate to come across bugs in my bag of dirt. You should always check your bag of dirt before you start digging around in it, just to make sure there's nothing in there you don't want to be in there. I keep it folded up just so any little unwanted critters don't get in there, like snakes, spiders. looks pretty good for now. How's it look to you?
Fine. That's great.
By my blue water. And we'll put some regular water in just a little bit. Now we're going to head to the deck. Hold it.
Sure. Okay, here's the walkway. We just came down to the deck. We love these ferns out here. This is like being in a tree house.
You can see over there where I put the polka dot plant. And there's the Cordyline Begonias over here I just planted. I put my tag in them. I always try to save my tags. Give it a little water while it's out here. These pots do have drain holes in them. I made sure of that. Okay. I got the other one over here on this bench. The hydrangea we put out here last week is doing very well. And it's got a lot of new growth on it. And it's got some new little flowers on the backside coming up. It's happy out here. This is the first hosta we put out here. It's doing great. Francie. She's doing nice. Next couple of days, I'm going to clean out this old flower bed and put some new stuff in here, some new dirt, fresh dirt, and kind of revive that little hosta been there for a long time. And then I'll put the rest of my hostas in these hanging planters around the deck. All around the wall there, around the edge. As you can see, we have a losing battle with the pine needles out here. We sweep them up, next day they're back. Can't ever get rid of them all the time. Too many pine trees over it. That ramp coming down to the deck makes it easy to bring stuff out here. The still be's doing nice over here. It's growing. And it's got new growth on it here. There's still be. So he's enjoying his little spot here. I don't think it's going to flower anymore this summer. Let me see. But see, it's got a lot of new growth on it. So it's doing good there in the shade, part shade. He's very hardy, down to 40 below.
Well, if it gets that cold here, I'm moving.
Yeah, right. It's a shade perennial. I see the stuff you sprayed down there last week is dying. You sprayed a lot of poison ivy down there, and oh, the dragonflies are out in force tonight. They're all over the place.
That's good. They eat mosquitoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind dragonflies. They're nice.
Mm-hmm.
You see why the deck stays in the shade out here. It's under this forested canopy of trees. So that's why we had to think of what to plant out here that will bloom in shade and grow in shade. And that's your hostas and hydrangea, a stilby. I think that polka dot will do well out here. It does get a little shade, a little sun out here, speckled sun throughout the day. And pretty soon, facing the west over there, sunset's getting ready to happen. Well, I guess we'll call it a day. We're going to end the video here. I'll be back maybe tomorrow with another one. You can see, I'm hot out here. We'll get back into the air. I am sweating to death out here. But, happy gardening, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye. Happy to see something over here going back to the house. I wanted to show everybody our little girl here with that little concrete bench behind her. Thinking about putting a little pot right there. It kind of stays in the shade under that yew tree. It does get sun in the morning, but I'm thinking something nice and pretty to put on that bench. And she's got two twin little boys over there that watch out for her. Well, happy gardening. Be back tomorrow.